The other day I did a video, I titled it Teeth Marks, and it had to do with a time in my life. I was 4 years old. I was shuffled off to a babysitter 5 days a week. The home I grew up in was in disarray, alcoholic dad, mom is at work, and I began to bite myself on the forearm. Finally, the babysitter got me to stop by biting me herself, and I knew she was serious about me stopping this biting. Well, I didn't bite myself in the arm ever again, but as I mentioned, I did find other ways as life went on to undermine myself, and I call it shooting myself in the foot. In fact, a friend of mine said to me years ago, "Roger, you have a lot of ability, but you seem to find ways to shoot yourself in the foot." I didn't fully understand what he meant at the time, but I see it more clearly now. And that was about 40 years ago that he said that to me. I have found ways, due to fear of failure, fear of not being loved, fear of rejection, I found my ways to put off living into who I was created to be. That is embracing my true identity and embracing those gifts that I've been given and developing them because I have feared failure. There are procrastination patterns that I've developed. One of them is I find it easier to meet with men in small groups than I do to sit down and discipline myself to writing 2,000 or 3,000 words of some of the principles and practices that I've found are effective in bringing about change in people's lives. So the very change that I need to bring about in my own life, which is to live more fully into who I am, I put off doing the writing of that out of fear. Fear is the albatross that hangs about our neck, and it's usually tied to two main fears: the fear of not being loved without condition, and the fear of being a nothing, or the fear that I don't amount to much, I'm unworthy, and that's commonly referred to as shame. So these fears can be overcome, but we have to be aware of how we shoot ourselves in the foot, how we undermine becoming who we're cut out to be, and then we begin to take little steps to correct it. So this video that I'm doing, I had to sort of take myself by the scruff of the neck, say, "Roger, get in front of that camera, turn it on, get doing the video, and if it isn't any good, you can always delete it." Well, we can take that attitude about a lot of things that we can step into and accomplish them, and when we do, we'll grow not only in our skills, but we'll also develop our character. Or we continue to sort of bite ourselves in the arm, undermine ourselves, shoot ourselves in the foot, whatever term you use. It takes awareness, it takes us facing ourselves honestly, and then it takes taking those little steps that move in a more constructive direction, and we can begin to experience real change. Have a good day.